Welcome back to Big Bob's Barbecue and More. Today we're doing a different type of project. We're doing beer butt chicken. Well, it's just what it sounds like. We're going to take a chicken and we're going to shove a beer up its butt. And then we're going to throw it on the grill. Now, traditionally it's been done with a can of beer. You can use beer, you can use any soda, Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, whatever. But since we drink bottled beer, and it is a Shiner, and we are in Texas, we also have a special dish here for cooking. This is where you put the butt of the chicken right on top of this. It's the same size as a can of beer. But before you put that on there, you just pour the beer in, and there should be plenty left over for the person cooking. That's me. Alright, so let's get after it. We're going to prepare our chicken just like we normally do. We're going to wash it, we're going to clean it, all that good stuff. Then we're going to put the beer right there in the middle, and then we're going to put the chicken on, and we're going to grill it. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so we've got the chicken washed. We've got the beer in the center, and we've got the pan under it. And this is how the chicken's going to cook. It's going to cook standing up. So now we're going to get that grill lit. We're going to warm it up to about 350 degrees, and we're going to cook it for about an hour and a half. And we're going to let that beer simmer throughout the chicken, and it's going to give it a nice flavor. A little bit different, a little unusual, and you can experiment with things. Some people do apple juice, like I said, sodas, different fruit juices, you name it, sky's the limit. We'll be back. Alright, so while it's cooking and it's warming up, getting up to 350, let's talk food safety. Yeah, the boring part. First, we want to make sure the internal temperature of the bird gets to 185. Second, we only consumed half the beer with the chicken. The rest, bottoms up. That's the most important part of the food safety thing. Must have alcohol. Alright, we'll talk to you soon. Alright, so you can see the chicken cooking. It's browning up real nice. And the best part about this type of dish is it's going to collect all those drippings that you can see down there. And if you like, you can even make a gravy out of that. And the gravy is going to taste a little bit different because of the beer. So it's going to be a little bit unusual. And I filled that central container up pretty full. So some of that beer might be bubbling over into the gravy already. We'll check back in about roughly an hour and 10 minutes, and it ought to be done. We've been cooking away. I've been leaving it alone. Just figured I'd check on it. I've got about 20-25 more minutes left. Smells like chicken and beer. All I smell is that Shiner Bock beer with a little bit of chicken. Smells like an awesome restaurant, frankly. So I'm going to let it go for about another 25 minutes. Then I'm going to check it. This smells wonderful, folks. Alright, it's time to check the chicken here. So we got our digital pen thermometer here. We're going to stick it in there. We are at 181. We're at 182.5. We're going to give it just another 5 minutes. Finish this sucker up. We are at 184.9. I think that's good enough for government work. So I'm going to close it up, turn off the camera, and I'm going to bring it in. So it's going to hit 185 while I'm talking. I have a good quality leather mitt here to bring this in, and that's really important. That way we don't burn ourselves, and make sure you have a place to put it down when you bring it inside. When you bring this sucker inside, that is a hot ceramic dish. I'm going to put it right on the stove. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. I've got the chicken resting on the stove here in the pot. I'm going to take that off in a minute. Meantime, in another pot here, I've had the chicken neck, and I forget what other part was included in the chicken. That's been simmering away in a pot of water. I added some chicken base to that. I'm going to make a nice little gravy here. I'm going to take out the extra parts, the chicken neck, and I'm going to pitch those. Some people probably have a use for them, but not me. I'm going to put those in the sink, let them cool down before I throw them in the trash. And then I'm going to add a little bit more water. I'm going to add the drippings from the chicken that are down there in the bottom of the dish. And I'm going to add some cornstarch to thicken it up. Alright, the chicken is resting. I had the chicken stock going with the chicken neck, took that out. I poured in the drippings from the chicken on the grill that were caught in the pan. And I added a little bit of cornstarch here. And now you can see how nice and thick that gravy is. That should be a wonderful, wonderful gravy, especially for the kids on the chicken. There might even be a little bit of Shinerbach beer flavor in there. We'll find out. Gravy, the bird was resting. We carved that sucker up. We served it with some roasted sweet potatoes and some homemade applesauce. And this is the photo gallery of all that. And of course, we had some Shinerbach beer. All right, Thomas and Caroline, tonight we had beer butt chicken. What did you like best about it? Did you like it at all?
I loved it.
You what? Speak up.
I loved it.
Okay.
My favorite part was the skin.
The skin, huh?
The flavor was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Okay. Thomas, what do you think, bud?
I absolutely, scientifically, and also unscientifically loved it.
Okay. Did it have a different flavor than other chickens?
It did. I think my favorite part, I probably wouldn't have ate it if there weren't gravy.
So you love the gravy?
Yes.
The gravy was like the...
Gravy.
Okay. So the gravy with the chicken was a hit. And the skin was perfectly crisp, right? That was really good too.
That's the part I didn't like about this.
All right.
Okay.
Now, if it sucked and you hated it, would you be honest?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just want the folks on YouTube to know. All right. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks, Caroline.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
All right. You've heard from some of the toughest food critics. I thought that was a great meal. Personally, that's one of the best chickens I think I've ever had. The sweet potatoes and the applesauce were great. We also had really long apple peels from when my wife made the applesauce. That was really good. The kids loved it, and besides, it's healthy. So if you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe. You can do this too at home, and I will put links down in the comments section. Please support me and my channel by buying things from Amazon using those links. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll put my contact information on a slide. And I hope you enjoyed the photo gallery of the meal. We'll see you soon. Happy barbecuing.